Hey everybody, welcome back to Extra Play and Zelda. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Anyway, so I'm here with Josh Foreman and we're trying to... Where's the bird? Where's the bird? I don't know. We're gonna try to get up into the huge mechanical bird today. There it is. That's the one. So let's see. Quest marker is way... Where is that? That's far off. Okay, way up here.
You can just teleport to the...
Yeah, actually that'll save some time.
Teleporting in open world, it seems to be necessary, mandatory, and I still feel upset that that's the case, and I don't know if there's a solution to that. Someone post below if there's a solution in some game that I haven't played.
I wonder if you could find a very fast... No, okay, I can already think of some reasons why they wouldn't want to do this, but if they could create a very fast method of transportation where you could just kind of fly over the world, not even just sail over the world, but fly at a faster rate around, then I'd probably feel less inclined to teleport everywhere, but streaming in a huge world just technically is, like, intensive technology-wise, so, like, there's a reason that a lot of big open world games sometimes limit how fast you can travel around the world, and that's because loading the rest of that world around you is difficult, and you would start seeing like big performance drops and hitches and stuff like that as the world tried to load around you. So I could see why they might not want to do that, but if they could handle it, it would be one potential solution.
Yeah, that would be a problem forever.
That's true. That's a good point.
You know, you would want to limit that so you're not just Superman the game. And if you limit it, is it a time thing? Is it an energy thing? Is it a money thing? Like, how do you go about keeping the player from always flying everywhere? Yeah, and then mounts is like a half solution, but unless it's one of those mounts like in a lot of MMOs where they just kind of appear out of smoke and, you know, you can kind of draw and dismiss them instantly.
Yeah.
They're like the problem with horses in this game and cars in other games is just the process, the several second process of getting in and out of them when you're having, you know, wanting to stop every couple of seconds to collect stuff. It's annoying.
It is. I do really wish that horses were more useful in this game in particular, because I'd love to ride around this world on a horse more often, but the fact that you do usually warp around and that you can't summon your horse unless you're actually already very close to where you left your horse means that they're kind of useless a lot of the game, which is a little sad.
Yeah, it's a big system they obviously worked hard on. I mean, a lot of developer resources had to go into making those horses work, and yeah, it's a shame. I'd be curious. I haven't seen a lot of playthroughs of this, but I'd be interested to see how people use them in any meaningful way.
Yeah. That's true. I suppose I haven't... there's a lot of stuff I still haven't looked up.
Yeah, I've been resisting that myself. I'm still organically discovering a lot of things.
Yeah, it is so fun to figure stuff out for yourself in these games that I feel very hesitant to look stuff up on the internet. I will occasionally, just for like a cooking recipe or something, but it's just something that I've tried to avoid as much as I can for now. I'll probably look up a bunch once I kind of finish the game, and just so I can see what sort of other neat stuff there was. Mm-hmm. I can help you.
Assuming you're gonna have to prove your ability to shoot things in the air to go up to the bird.
I bet you're right. I'm Link. That's right. See, this is what I mean. Like, I like the slight hint of sass that they give you for a lot of the dialogue.
I wonder how much of that is in the Japanese.
That's interesting. 'Cause I wondered that too, because it seems to me like the Treehouse, like the North America localization group, or the Nintendo has gotten a lot better at kind of flavoring that sort of personality into dialogue
sure. Yeah,
over the last 5 years, even.
Yeah, I have a good friend who works there doing specific. He worked on this game translating.
Oh,
it.
really?
I have not asked him yet, but I should. But
Good for him.
Yeah, he's got a wicked dry sense of humor. So I wonder how much of that like bleeds into to the Japanese. Or I guess it would be vice versa. How much his wicked dry sense of humor informs the English translation,
Right.
as opposed to how much of it is just literally coming across from the Japanese.
Actually, so not only are you wingless, you're brainless too. Come on, man. We just met. Yep, you called it. Test time. We Rito warriors use the updraft in this ravine to hone our aerial archery skills. I have a feeling I already know what this test is going to be, and I love it. I'm so ready. I'm very excited for this. We'll be flying around, taking aim, shooting, flying some more. Okay, so here we fly, we let go. We aim. I used the wrong key for, but that's fine. The wrong button. There we go. Oh, I love this.
How did you get your energy back? Did it come back when you shot the target?
Oh, it must have. Or maybe
cheating.
something with the updraft gives it to you.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. Yeah. All right. Oop.
Yeah, shooting in slow motion while you're falling is really fantastic.
Yeah. Oops. Not even close.
You only have to get 5 of these things in 3 minutes?
That's generous.
Huh, okay. Yeah, I did this range before this quest kicked off, and it was very challenging. It did not refill your thing
man.
between targets. So.
You're a skilled archer. It's as if time stopped with every arrow you let fly. Actually, yeah.
Yep.
Hundreds.
Now, do you move your controller around much for the micro aiming?
I don't. In fact, I think I turned that off for me.
Oh, okay.
Just for ease of control. But have you left it on?
Yeah. I find it very useful. I don't know. I'm still an old curmudgeon in that like doing first person shooting on consoles just upsets me. I can't. The controller when the mouse is just so fast and intuitive.
Right.
It's frustrating.
Menus. Let's see. It wants me to pick up a new bow, which I guess means I should drop this not very good bow. Although
Is that the quick draw one?
It looks like it's a quick draw one, yeah.
That's definitely helpful for what you're about to do.
Oh, yeah?
I'm assuming you're about to go up there and shoot at targets on the bird. In order to get
think
into
so.
It, but although if you're in slow motion, maybe it doesn't make a difference.
That's a good point. Falcon bow.
There you go.
That's them. Okay. I'll take it. In fact, I'll equip it. Nice. Alright, so what next? Bomb arrows. Alright. Oh, thank you. That's good. I mean, I have some left over, but good. I'm in warm clothes and I got some warm meals, so I think we're okay.
Yep.
Let's do this.
Oh boy, so many choices.
So many. Just because. There. We'll go classic.
Whatever.
All right.
Oh, that is neat looking.
That is so cool.
That's very Castle in the Sky.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, man.
Looks a lot bigger up here.
It does. And I don't remember that shield from below. Oh, barrier. Okay. All right. Well, let's do this.
No, now I need to prepare.
It's up to you.
Blow up those cannons. All right.
It's targeting.
Let me equip some. That's not where you equip arrows. Oh, good. Already equipped. Good. Oh, that was close. All right. Can't really see my range here. Did I hit it? Yeah, I did. Great. Fire! This is awesome. For the most part, I've really enjoyed the little sort of set-piece mission events where you're just trying to get into these beasts.
Yeah, they've all felt very kind of Star Wars-y, like trench run sort of things.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
This one in particular is just flying through the air this high and shooting arrows is awesome.
Yeah, this feels like the trench run. The camel one felt like the Empire Strikes Back taking down the walkers. You know, 'cause you have to
it does.
shoot at the feet.
What does the elephant one feel like? You're kind of skimming around it. Occasionally you get launched up to fire an arrow.
It's probably an episode 1 thing.
Yeah. Oh man, it's getting stormy out here.
Good thing you brought cold gear.
True that. In retrospect, it's a good thing I spent all of my money on this shirt. Alright, one remains.
It's like it. Having such a big open environment like this, since they wanted to kind of soft gate areas as being really difficult, they had to give the robot guys like really intimidating attack, and having that laser on you and the music change and the sound effect, like just really effective. I think they hit the nail on the head there. Like,
agreed.
When you're running through a big open field and suddenly that laser pointer is on you, and, I don't know where to go.
It's very scary. I still try to not, like, even this late in the game, I still try to not tamper with those things.
That thing is history.
This looks incredibly Castle in the Sky, even with the grass and moss up top.
Now you know that you can deflect the laser back at the guy's shield.
I tried that once. Oh, like I know you can, and I tried it once, and it did not. I did not
yeah,
succeed.
You gotta get the timing just right.
Yeah.
It's basically when the burst of blue light starts.
Oh, okay.
There's a tiny window there.
I might try that later.
Oh, that looks nice.
That is gorgeous.
Is this pre-rendered? This might be pre-rendered.
This might be, yeah.
Although it looks like it's the same time of day.
And it's using my costuming. So
I just hope that I can make it back. You head down to Meadow. Good luck. It's all you.
Guy should have been named Goose.
Oh, that's true. Man, I adore this game.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like, almost every developer that I know is head over heels in love with this game, and I don't see the same love from non-developers. There's still a lot of it, but it's definitely not the same proportion. I wonder why.
I don't know. I mean, I guess the game sounds like it's done extremely well. Like,
yeah.
What was that? I don't know how true it is, but it sounded like more copies of this game had sold than Switches.
Yeah, I heard that too.
It's great. I mean, and I contributed to that. I got a hold of a copy of this well before I was able to get my hands on a Switch. So I guess.
Well, I assume they're including the versions for Wii U.
I had heard no, but
No? Okay.
but I mean maybe so,
No.
and then it would make much more sense. But still, like,
I had a
Well, I'm old
feeling
enough
you'd
where
show
back in the
eventually.
day I bought a couple CDs before I had a CD player. Right? I was changing out my tape collection for CDs before I was able to
You're
afford
here to
one.
wrest control of Meadow away from Ganon, correct? If so, then the
All
first
right.
thing you'll want to do is find yourself a map.
what will the little control gimmick of this one be? I'm predicting it'll be like having the bird turn and kind of bank
maybe
so that
tilt?
things
Yeah.
like so that things move inside.
That
Is
guidance
that
stone has the
yaw?
information
Or
for
is
the
yaw
layout
the
of this
nose up
divine
and
Oh,
down?
I
map.
always forget. So it's pitch, yaw, and roll, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so it would be roll.
yeah, I think you're
I
right.
should know. I worked on Descent 3 for crying out loud. I really should know these
I
things.
forgot about that.
I did
yeah.
back in the day.
I had to learn all that stuff for animating cars flying, which when I
yeah.
say it out loud is kind of sounds stupid.
For when cars fly.
All right, let's swap out arrows here. I really need to stock up more on just basic arrows. I run out of them.
Yeah, the whole game they've been scarce for me, which I like that they're scarce things. In general, the game has been too easy to warrant. Well, let me step back. When you start in the early game, everything is super meaningful. I felt like, and everything felt like a bit of a reward.
Yeah.
And then at some point you pass this threshold where almost every encounter you have, you can easily dispatch without having to feel like you need to approach it with stealth or using your skills in clever ways.
Sure, yeah.
And that's hard. I mean, that happens in all open world games. That's another thing we need to figure out a solution to. I feel like this game has got the closest to it of any open world game that I've played. And I think that might be why so many devs like it and are excited by it. It's kind of blazing a path for... Oh, let's wait for these sirens to leave.
Yeah, sorry about the sirens, everybody. I live in a city and kind of near the fire department, so that happens a lot. Anyway.
Yeah, okay, so what was... Oh, yeah, developers are excited because it's blazing a path in a lot of ways and bringing fresh ideas to the open world paradigm, which is great. One thing that really annoys me about these dungeons is the inconsistent shape language for climbable surfaces. It's just like, we've decided that you can't climb this technology for whatever reason, but there's no visual distinction that says why.
That's true. This feels like it should be climbable. But yeah.
But anyway, to me, the single biggest thing that makes this game successful, that I've never heard anyone else say this, so maybe this is just like my little quirk of what I like about games, is it's the dense distribution of low level rewards. So in a lot of open world games, you'll have there's a high concentration of low-level rewards, but they aren't necessarily tied into systems that feel important. So, like in Far Cry games, you can always get medicine plants or whatever, right? To make health potions, essentially. And in most open-world games, you've got that sort of thing. But the need for them falls away so quickly because of the power curve that very quickly it's kind of just garbage and you're running past all the time.
Yeah.
In Zelda, I'm probably 80, 100 hours into it. I'm still feeling compelled to explore nooks and crannies. Like that's always the tricky balance, is the more nooks and crannies, i.e. places that require time or effort to get to in a sandboxy environment, the more you have to reward players. If you put important rewards in them, then players are going to be frustrated because they feel like they have to spend forever finding that. So you have to find the sweet spot where it's like, the rewards are low enough where you don't feel like you have to go and explore every square inch, but there's enough there that you do feel rewarded if you take the time to do so.
That makes sense. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about it in those terms, but yeah, I don't think that's entirely a you quirk. I think you're onto something there.
But yeah, and I'm finding, you know, at this point in the power curve that I'm at, where I've got 3 or 4 more hearts than you, and I've got almost full stamina. I've got almost my 3rd ring filled in. It's definitely that's falling away, and it's something that I don't know if it's possible to solve that. I mean, in general, I mean, in all games, you have this artificial economy that you're building where it's like things are worth a certain amount to people, but it's only because they care about advancing in the game. And once they've advanced a certain amount, the things that got them there aren't valuable anymore. It's like, I guess in real life, like once you reach a certain income threshold, right? I think I read a study that said once you get to like $70,000 on average, like if you make more money than that, it doesn't make you happier.
Right, yeah.
And the same thing applies in game economies. Like once you reach a certain threshold of like, I can take out pretty much anything I come across with, you know, low to medium amount of effort, then going through the extra steps to, you know, make good food, get healing potions, upgrade your weapons, et cetera, et cetera. Like it's just not worth it at that point.
Yeah, that's true. Unable to activate main control. Okay, so this is the main one. I need to find additional terminals. Okay. It's interesting that even within these, like, because these are the dungeons of this Zelda game. There's only 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
But even in these, they don't feel the same as a traditional Zelda dungeon. Just each of them has, like, you need to find and get to a certain number of these little terminals and activate them so you can activate this main one and have a boss fight. But in getting to each one of those terminals requires some clever manipulation of the level itself to get to, which is similar to, like, uses all the same design principles that a Zelda dungeon does, but it feels, maybe it's because you have control over the dungeon in some way. Maybe something about that makes it feel just tangibly different to play.
Yeah, I can't wait for Mark Brown to do his Boss Keys episode on this.
I've been adoring that series. By the way, anybody who's watching this, absolutely go watch Mark Brown's Boss Keys video series. He's basically diving into the design of every Zelda game's dungeons. And he's up to, what's the most recent one he's up to?
He just did Skyward Sword.
Oh, okay, yeah, so he's getting toward the end here.
But probably by the time this comes out, he'll have done the next one he said he was going to do was Link Between Worlds.
Ooh, so, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
Because I liked that Zelda game a lot. I'm back at the beginning.
That happens a lot. These dungeons are small, but convoluted.
They are. They are. I need to find the terminal that will get me control over this bird.
Have they traditionally been near the head of the creature? Or am I just imagining
that? Would make some sense.
Look at, how can you not climb that? You can climb that.
I can climb this one. Yay. Okay, good.
Okay, so there's certain grates in here you can't climb and some that you can.
But the fact that you weren't sure is the problem. The fact that you couldn't immediately tell at a glance is a bit of the issue. Okay. All right, I'm in a new room. And we're going to tackle this room next time. Thank you all for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow. See ya. Wish I could wave. Just after playing Dark Souls so much and being able to wave or bow or something. I really want to be able to wave.